Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We would like to present our presentations with the title of Online Cooperative Learning, Enhancing Vocabulary Skills on ESP for Nursing Student. With me, Wini Fitrina Sofyan as the first author, Agustini and Wati as the second, and the third author. The table of contents, we have background, literature review, included definitions, method, result, discussions, conclusions, and reference. So we have the background in here. The implementations of online cooperative learning, or OCL, is crucial for higher medical education institutions to facilitate the development of group thinking patterns on ESP learning activities, especially in vocabulary acquisitions. Simultaneously, the widespread adoption of online learning has revolutionized the dynamics of cooperative learning. When considering the attributes of traditional cooperative learning as positive interdependence, individual accountability, social skills, processing, and face-to-face interactions, which are subsequently transposed into a virtual settings, they yield distinct impacts on students. Therefore, it is essential to evaluate the effectiveness of OCL in enhancing students' proficiency in ESP vocabulary, since mastering ESP vocabulary is a prerequisite to achieving language skills relevant to their professions. We have the definition in here. OCL refers to an educational approach that combines the principle of cooperative learning with the capabilities of online technology. It involves collaborative efforts among students who actively engage in joint learning tasks and projects through digital platforms. In OCL, students work together to achieve shared learning goals, foster mutual understandings, and collectively contribute to the learning process. Even when physically separated, the integrations of online tools allow for real-time communications, resource sharing, and collaborative problem solving, creating a virtual learning environment that promotes interdependence, accountability, and active participations among participants. The characteristic of OCL, of course, same with the traditional cooperative learning. We have the positive interdependence, individual accountability, social skills, group processing, and virtual face-to-face interactions. The method. This study is quantitative study, a quasi-experimental one-group design. This study involves 30 samples out of 500 nursing students of a university in West Java, Indonesia. The pretest was conducted in the beginning of the odd semester, and the posttest was at the middle of the odd semester. The treatment of the study was the applications of the OCL on ESP for nursing students. The ESP materials presented English for medical and healthcare purposes that focused on writing skill through explorations of the topics dealing with the patients, dealing with the patient's symptoms, dealing with the patient's treatments. The method, of course, we have the worksheet distributed online via Google Form. It consisted of 40 items, match word definitions, complete sentence, write definitions, write original sentence, and mechanic. The result of the data were analyzed univariately and bivariately using presentation technique and paired t-test formulations. The appearance of the cooperative learning characteristics have been recorded by the open-ended questionnaire that consists of positive interdependence, individual accountability, social skills, group processing, virtual face-to-face interactions, of course. We have the result. The first result in here is pretest. Overall conditions of the students' proficiency before the treatment on medical vocabulary learning was poor conditions. That we can see almost students were poor conditions. And the result of the appearance of cooperative learning while learning or during teaching, the positive interdependence, individual accountability, social skill, group processing, face-to-face interactions were successfully appeared. And then the result of the post-test, we see overall students' proficiency on medical vocabulary after the treatment was in pair conditions. And the result, we can see that the t-value is higher than t-table, so it can be concluded that the OCL effectively enhanced students' ESP vocabulary proficiency. So the conclusions, the study shows that students have developed the 5 essential elements: the positive interdependence, interpersonal competence, individual accountability, the face-to-face promotive interactions, and group processing. Those elements have shaped students to adapt to critical conditions and build strong bonds within group to deal with obstacles that arose during online learning. These findings also indicate that OCL still provides access to the establishments of simultaneous interactions and promote the meaningful virtual face-to-face interactions, and therefore the OCL model effectively enhance students' ESP vocabulary proficiency. And the last one, we have the reference, but thank you for the opportunity. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.